Welcome to Sugar, Spice, and Spirits, where happy hour meets hustle, and the only thing stronger than our cocktails are our opinions. Get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe question a few life choices. Cheers to being a little smarter and a whole lot spicier. So grab your drink, kick back, and let's mix a little business with a whole lot of fun. Because around here, success is always on the menu.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to a micro episode of Sugar, Spice, and Spirits. I'm Natalie Pilkington.
Mindy Price. And Kelly Williams.
And today we are going to talk just a little bit about a couple of things. Mindy, I'll cue you in on that, but I want to let you know about our beverage of the day. We are at the Gaylord at the Podcast Movement 2025. So Gaylord in Dallas, Texas, having fun, learning a lot. And our beverage of the day happens to be a nice little sip that I brought, and it's Buchanan's Pineapple Bourbon. So it's a whiskey, pineapple, citrus, and other natural flavors. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Cheers.
So what's today's topic, Mindy? Oh, wait, let me drink. Sorry about that.
Ooh, that's nice. I like it.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like a man bourbon.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
Very smooth.
Easy to sip. Okay, so our topic today, as Natalie said, it is a micro episode, but we wanted to talk about something that holds a lot of people back. Oftentimes, you wait until you are ready to do something. And if you wait until you're ready, you would never do it. We are the perfect example of just finally doing it. So you're going to see this episode a little bit later after Podcast Movement is over. We are here right now, and we decided to launch on Friday. Today is Tuesday, and there are things that went wrong. We didn't hit all the distribution channels that we wanted to be on. We are still learning, but we're so glad that we went ahead and we took the plunge and we did it. And nothing's ever going to be perfect. We're still going to learn. There's so many things in life that you miss out on when you don't just do it. And, you know, Kelly, I think there's a big difference for what people think is being ready and being perfect, or being ready and just really trying to do your best and then cleaning up any mistakes that you make.
Right. I mean, anything you tackle on a daily basis, you're going to run into frustrations. Let's face it, if we all waited until we thought we were ready to have kids, there would be no kids on this earth. So that's a very generalized topic, I guess. But for the most part, had we waited to launch the podcast before we got here, we would not have been able to figure out what glitches we had. Now that we're here, we're actually able to go directly to the source who is there to answer questions. And they're really helping us overcome a lot of our obstacles that we thought were going to be really simple. And there's been a few, but we've gotten some great answers and some great ideas. And it's been fabulous. It's been really informative. And I'm glad we did go ahead and launch, and we didn't wait until we got home. Because we're taking what we learn and we're moving forward instead of having to start from scratch. So yeah, great idea.
It was like a hobby, like all the recordings we were doing. And we knew we weren't ready to launch because we didn't have all the answers. And we paid for premium service on a podcast launch service, our distribution service. And we still had errors and mistakes, which is okay. We're not happy. However, we are rolling with it.
We're rolling with it.
We can only control so much. It's that circle of influence, what you can control. But the beauty is we're out there now, and people are looking for us because we're here, we're talking. We're also meeting some pretty key players that could be very integral and instrumental in our growth. And we've already made a lot of connections. A lot of people just know who we are because the three of us, we're branding, we're wearing our shirts, and we're connecting with personality, with energy, with effort. So that's been really fun. So yeah, if you have something you're waiting to get perfect, like Kelly said, nobody would have kids. Even when you think it's perfect, it's not. So get out there and just start doing and taking action. You know, we've learned a lot from being here too, like being perfect. We like the three of us together working, doing the podcast, but we were even advised by a pro seasoned podcaster. He said, you guys are going to get busy. There's going to be times when one of you aren't going to be able to be on the show, maybe even two of you, because life is busy. And that doesn't stop. Like, you have to keep, the show must go on, ladies.
Right.
So just picking up tidbits like that. And that's not perfect and ideal, but it's also the way it is. It's called life. So it's been really fun. I think yesterday was probably one of our funnest.
We had so much fun yesterday.
yeah.
We laughed. Y'all. We started TikTok. We have no idea what we're doing. And somehow they put me in charge of it. Are you kidding me? Like, just, pray for me and give me grace. All right. That's we're trying.
It's funny because I think a couple of cliches that have come to mind since we got here is, if you look at some of our pictures we're eventually going to upload, you'll understand this a bit more, but take the bull by the horns. Yeah, you'll understand that later.
It's on TikTok.
It's on TikTok.
And seize the day. Carpe diem. Grab it. Don't wait. Because if you put it off tomorrow, then tomorrow's going to come here and you're going to put it off to tomorrow. Just jump in with both feet and do it. Make your mistakes, fix your mistakes, learn. And the next time it just gets a little bit easier and a little bit easier and a little bit better, and a little more polished.
Yeah.
So,
I had a lot of anxiety with launching this podcast with my company that I have. That's a full-time job. And I do look at this podcast. It is a piece of a job of what I do. And we're really focused on its success. And I do hope through this platform that other people are able to discover me and I'm able to help more businesses in the line of business that I have with my company Inside the Why. And me wanting to have everything wrapped up in a pretty bow, I could have waited to launch that company, but I didn't. And in my business plan, I'm further along the way than I want to be or that I would be if I didn't just do it. And nobody else is going to bet on me. Nobody else is going to bet on you like you will bet on you. So if there's something you want to do, over 20 years ago, Kelly started a home health company in Louisiana and Mississippi. And if her and her father had waited till they were ready, they would not be the success that they are right now. Natalie, in real estate, had you just waited till you knew everything, you wouldn't be in the position that you're in and helping other investors and connecting people. You can't wait. You got to do it. Whatever it is, just do it.
And you have to go with the flow, because what is pertinent today is not going to be pertinent tomorrow. Look at interest rates when you purchase houses. Look at all the medical advancements. Look at just podcasts. We thought podcasts were kind of recent. There are people that said they've been doing this for 20 years. We're like, okay, so we're a little bit behind the curve, I guess. But, it is something that's trending, and you just have to go with the flow.
Even the best, I don't even think you go with the flow. Even the best are constantly refining. Even the top are constantly evaluating, changing, improving, measuring, and they want to see how they're doing. Mindy, you are a perfectionist, so I know your anxiety and everything has been off the roof. We did not give you TikTok. You took TikTok. That is okay.
Because they wouldn't do it.
We were still in the car driving, and she's like, okay, we're doing it, which is fantastic. We're all different in our personalities, and we're all okay with that. The beauty of Mindy is she really does care about her image, and she cares about being real and authentic. Not that that's not who she is, but she is an ultimate professional and wants to come across that in her business Inside the Why as a business coach and a professional speaker. So for her to put herself out there like this too.
This with alcohol and everything else, as much fun as we're having, it's like I'm hanging out with two girlfriends and we're having so much fun. But how cool is it to be able to share the business lessons and life lessons? And that's something that truly helps my heart and gets me super excited about the message that I hope you're receiving.
But she's not into shorts yet, where Kelly and I have our shorts on. Mindy is still in pants with no jeans, with holes or rips. She has sparkle shoes on, so that's
I wear
that's
that
a
in
step.
business all the time on stage. So,
but my whole point is, like, you're always striving to do better. So just start, like Mindy and Kelly said, get out there, whatever you've put on the back burner, whatever you know you need to do, whatever you're procrastinating, get it done. You'll feel so much better. You'll get that albatross off your back, and you'll be able to just move freer. And if you really are that burdened, hire somebody else to do it. And if you don't have the money to do it, get it handled and get the money to where you can hire somebody else to do it. So
I feel like there was a cheers to that and all of that.
Cheers to that. Cheers. That should be your main takeaway, right? Your take home.
Right. So with that, you all, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode, for following us along the way. We are still learning, but we hope that there's value that we bring. If you like what we have to cover, if you have a show topic, please go and subscribe. We are at Sugar, Spice, and Spirits. You can send us a message. You can send us a drink that you'd like us to feature. And again, we just want to say thank you. Stay tuned. We're in it for the long haul. It's going to be a lot of fun. So cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Sugar, Spice, and Spirits is for informational and entertainment purposes only. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are solely those of the host and guests and do not represent those of any affiliated organizations. The content provided is not intended to be a substitute for professional advice, whether legal, financial, medical, or otherwise. Always seek the advice of qualified professionals regarding any questions that you may have. While we aim to keep information accurate and up to date, we make no guarantees of completeness, reliability, or accuracy. Any action you take based on the information presented is strictly at your own risk. Cheers to mixing a little fun and some friendly advice. But remember, sip responsibly and always do your own homework.